And now back to your regular programming.
If you speak better to yourself.
You showed up for probably the dumbest conversation we've ever had on this show.
Let's have that smile again.
Tell me how that happens. Physically should not happen.
Relax.
If you say it
Give me as well.
3 times a day, God will line it up.
He's just an absolute hack, and he gets his ass kicked by the teammates every week. It's just terrible.
And yes to one another. Welcome back to Hack City. Joe DeLeone and Sean Anderson, 2 former college football players from the University of Rhode Island. Today we are going to be doing our betting preview for college football week 4, NFL week 3. Today's episode and all of our picks are going to be placed through FanDuel. Episode is presented by FanDuel, of course. So if you like any of our picks or you want to tail us because we tend to be bumbling idiots at times and you hate our logic, feel free to tail us. Feel free to go in the complete opposite direction of us over at FanDuel. Sean, by the way, I was thinking about this the other day, and I have to, before we get into the picks, I have to admit something to you that I've been doing that might be somewhat disrespecting you, and I don't want it to come back around that I was doing. I told you already at one point that I was going to be saying this, so this shouldn't be news to you. So I have been a number of instances when I've been on dates, I've tried to explain why I'm not living in the city as the fact that I'm living with you and you would not fit in an apartment in New York City.
Okay.
I've used that as the excuse because I have learned, I learned this, not that long ago. Most women look down upon guys that are living in Hoboken.
Most women in the city would,
Yes. Well, actually, maybe even the ones in Hoboken might be looking down on us as well. So I'm trying to get as much of an edge. I think that's a fair.
So you're blaming me.
Kinda.
You couldn't operate in an apartment with me, by the way, in the city. I could operate in an apartment with you. It would not.
Yeah,
it wouldn't faze me.
Yes, because you're the one who's taking up all the space. Yeah,
you're blaming
exactly.
me.
Yeah,
that's good. What space do I take up? What do I in this living room? What is my space?
2-bedroom. If we were in an 800 square foot 2-bedroom, we'd be on top of one another.
My on top of myself is in my bedroom. I got nothing out here except for backdrop.
Yeah, but if we were to be in the living room at the same time, or one of us was in the kitchen and one of us was in the living room, it would be really tight quarters. Have you been to Chance's apartment?
Not yet, no.
So you're gonna find out exactly how
he's got a nice spot. He's got a great spot.
But it's small, and he and his roommate are probably not that big.
Your desire for the palatial estate is so confused. It worked in LA when you're in LA, big
but
apartment.
I was living
alone.
There was
space. Yeah, and you had a bigger apartment than most families in Los Angeles had.
Can you just admit?
And then here,
can you just admit that you're a large? There's nothing wrong with you being big.
I am, but
you take up a lot of space.
I'm very large. I'm massive. I'm a monster. Gross, smelly, all of it.
No. I didn't say those things. Don't put those things in my mouth.
I will
don't put those in my mouth.
I'll put those on myself. My feet. Yeah. We've had conversations.
Okay.
There's things.
Okay.
But in living quarters, I live small. I live very small. It's all contained. I contain everything in the room.
That I don't disagree with, but whenever we're sitting over here on the couch, it's very compact. You don't agree with that?
There's something going on with your body. Your internal thermostat.
This is a 1,300 square foot apartment that we're in right now.
Yeah.
For 2 people. Take 500 square feet of that away. 1,300.
There goes that room. Back there by the door.
I think that we would also have to move the kitchen probably up to where my door is. That's 500. 500 square feet's big, man.
I got you. It wouldn't faze me. It would not.
I know it wouldn't faze you. And
why are you blaming me?
I am merely using you as an excuse so that I don't come off as broke to these women that I've been on dates
Well, you're
with.
Not broke. I'm waiting for the opportunity to tell the great listeners about Daddy Fat Stacks over here.
All right.
You want to know? You want to know what Joe's making? You
hit
me in the DMs at Sanderson Radio. I'll tell you how much this guy makes.
Is it okay if I keep doing that?
No, that is not okay.
All right, I'm going to keep doing it.
God damn it!
I've done it like 4 times, at least.
I don't really. It's interesting. I don't feel the need to bring up my roommate that much on dates.
You apparently do.
What do you mean? I say don't.
The last time you had somebody over here, they brought up on their way out that you were shitting on my steak input to you.
Yeah, it was bad. Your steak input's bad.
I can't at the restaurant. Yeah. I recommended you.
I really can't trust it.
A cracker.
If you call every steak the best steak that you've ever had, I'm not trusting what you. But I
didn't say that the steak in Hoboken was the best steak that I've ever had. I said that it is the best steak in the area.
I think I also heard you before a spot one time talking steaks with a producer and you were talking about a steak place, maybe at the Combine or somewhere, and then I heard best steak I've ever had.
St. Elmo's is up there as one of the best steaks I've had.
But then you got best steak you've ever had in the city. And then
wait,
I can't do best steak I've ever had stuff.
St. Elmo's was number one before I had the steak in the city. Is that so wrong that my opinion changes? I'm very easily amazed. I'm not
okay. You know what? That's all. See, being easily amazed is good entertainment. It is very good for an entertaining show. For being a critic or having a critique on something,
no.
Easily amazed does not work. You have to be snobbish to have a good standard. It's the mean reality of it. Did you learn nothing from High Fidelity, the fantastic film?
I did.
Yeah, it is better to be a sharp critic than it's all good type of guy. If you want to be that type of dude that's giving recommendations.
I'm critical in the areas where it's important, like watching football.
Okay, that is more important than anything else. I'll agree.
I am a sucker for good meat. I'm a sucker for some good meat in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into.
I'm not going to do your other co-host bit. I got to pause. I'm not doing. Oh, God. Hey yo! All right, Blake. Gotcha.
He doesn't say hey yo. He's
he
a
doesn't
33-year-old man. What do you?
I'm sure he does. He doesn't do a hey yo pause.
He just goes pause. He does it to himself half the time. All right. We got bets we got to get to. College football week 4, NFL week 3, current standings update. College football week 4. I got smoked. I was off to a hot start, went completely 0-3, completely shat myself. I swear to God, if one of these YouTube editors emails me again about making Hack City explode, I've been responding back, F off.
DM for promo?
Yeah, they're all these. I hope this email finds you well. I reached out to you a few days ago regarding.
It finds me in a recording. That's what it finds me during a show. Your 0-3 last week is oh so tastier, given that we even split a game together and I came out on the winning side of things on my virtuous 3-0 college weekend, a perfect weekend.
You had one good weekend, okay?
I understand.
The 3-0 weekend for Sean Anderson, which you did also in the NFL.
Thank you.
Which we'll get to in a bit. It always sets up you blowing it through the back of your pants.
Okay, you know what? I would only challenge that because I already blew through 2 pairs of pants through the first 2 weeks with 2 back-to-back 0-3 weekends.
Yeah, you're too volatile. There's never steady 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 bad week, 2-1, 2-1.
2-1 blow a dog. I'm going 3-0 or lose everything. That's what we're getting over here.
Though. That's why you're always like a 45% better on the show because you keep doing that. But yeah, I went 0-3. Sean went 3-0. So credit is given where it's due. 4-5 on the year for me. Sean is 3-6. We're both under 500. We're both gonna. Actually, I'm gonna get back right. I don't give a shit what Sean does. My first pick for college football, Sean. I'm a big fan of Florida State this week. -9.5 against UVA. I don't understand this one. This is pure disrespect dished to the Seminoles. When has UVA put up a fight? When has UVA been a competitive program in the ACC? It's not this year. This is an indicator of the preseason beliefs that this Florida State team was going to stumble at some point. I do not think that is the case. They completely bodied Alabama, come back around. They completely dogged their FCS opponent by putting up a comical amount of points. This team is explosive. They run hard. They are energetic. I like the mentality of this team. Even though I criticized the mentality of this team a ton during the offseason, I'm back around on Tommy Castellanos. UVA is about to get completely dominated and worked up and down the field by a team that's looking to smoke and embarrass and violate all of its opponents. So give me Florida State.
This is a little cheeser pick because I'm not going to defend UVA or the UVA football program. It's pretty easy because they're bad, because they're really bad. I don't have anything positive to say or challenge against Florida State for Virginia. Yeah, fine pick. They're going to win by 10 easy. My first pick, spite pick alert. I'm getting ahead of it. Doesn't matter though. Oklahoma 6.5, giving it versus Auburn. Still have no faith in Auburn whatsoever. I believe Hugh Freeze is still a goofball, a doofus head coach. I really couldn't care less about the potential of Auburn football. I like this Oklahoma team. I like John Mateer stepping up for the Sooners. I think he's been impactful and exceeded expectations. For year one, you got Venables, who's been cool seat, hot seat, cool seat. Is this the guy? Is it not the guy? Defense flies around better this year, looking more disciplined, have a quarterback that stays within himself and can run a little bit. I think Oklahoma's kind of quirked up. I like this number 5, Satanga, the wide receiver that they have. I think he's really good. He may really quick out of cuts, sure-handed. I like him. And they're running the ball decently. I know it was against Temple, but they had a 100-yard rusher.
They're not running
I
the
like
ball.
that.
They're not running the ball decently.
I like
They're
that.
actually having a lot of trouble running the ball right now.
Mateer's running it okay. Put up 63
They haven't had much.
Todd.
Their freshman, Blaylock, I believe.
Blaylock, Torrey Blaylock.
He had a good game against Temple, but besides that, they've been having a lot of issues running the ball. I'll let you finish, and then I'm going to shit all over you.
Is Auburn's run defense any good, Joe?
Yes, it is.
Oh, doesn't matter. Because they got John Mateer and the Sooners. It's a touchdown. They're going to beat Auburn. Oklahoma has momentum. They're going to ride with it, and they're going to it all over Auburn.
Not so fast, my friend.
Okay.
Not so
Easy
fast.
with the fingy,
Not
man.
so fast,
Easy with that
Jonathan.
finger.
Not so fast.
You're encroaching the halfway part.
Not so fast, Sean. Not so fast. Not so fast. Not so fast. Auburn leads the SEC in sacks at the current moment. They're one of the best sack-getting teams. I know that they haven't really played anybody, but they did play against Baylor, and they were very disruptive against Sawyer Robertson, who's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. If they were able to get after Sawyer Robertson, who's got a more explosive passing attack, in my opinion, than what Mateer has, I think that they're going to find success against this hapless, underwhelming Oklahoma offensive line. They're playing musical chairs already. This O-line has not improved since last season. They can't run the ball outside of using Mateer. They got one good game out of one freshman against Temple. I really think that this is an upset spot, and I actually have money on Auburn money line. So I'm glad that you took this pick, because then I'm fading the shit out of you.
You better hope I'm not actually hot. That's all I'm going to say. I honestly, I've been feeling.
Well, I know you're not hot.
I've been feeling myself out. I don't know if I'm hot or not.
Feeling yourself.
I don't know if I'm really hot or not, but you better hope I'm not, because if this goes 3-0, then you're losing money real life, and you're losing another one in the picks here.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Give
Okay.
me Auburn. Give me Auburn. Give me the goofball. All right, I'm also going to take against another goofball. Syracuse plus 17.5 against Clemson. Look, I got duped by Clemson this preseason. I got duped like a big old dipshit dummy.
That's honorable of you.
Dipshit dummy duped.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. Look at that alliteration.
This is a man taking accountability, by the way.
I always take accountability.
I got to give him credit. He was real stupid in the offseason with this team, and so were a lot of people. But on this show, we
Very
at least
reckless.
have one guy that'll own up to it.
You
won't get that from the big. You won't get that from the big dogs. This is a guy that will own up to really bad impressions of a college team.
There's a chance that Clemson gets right over the next couple of weeks, but the issues that they're having right now with their offensive line being inconsistent, and they're having depth issues for the players that have had to step in for injuries. They can't run the ball because their best running back is a converted wide receiver, and they don't have any depth at running back. Klubnik's played horrendously because Antonio Williams is not available. I get that Syracuse defensively has underwhelmed, and overall they've underwhelmed, but Angeli's been really productive. I think that the bounce back since the Tennessee game, it's not been a tremendous bounce back, is enough for me to believe that this ends up being maybe a 10-point victory, a 13-point victory. I find it very hard to believe that this is a 3-score victory for Clemson. This one seems too good to be true, and I feel as though I'm going to get let down here. But with that being said, it all makes a lot of sense.
I don't hate it. Clemson trending down. Syracuse, good coach, fine program. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I almost took it. It's fine. No pushback.
He came in here and yelled at me.
You better hope that Cade doesn't wake up. I was worried about that. My second pick,
Coward.
Ohio University given 25.5 to Gardner-Webb. It's a good pick. Ohio U is good. They're solid this year. They got one of the best quarterbacks in the MAC.
on FCS?
That's right. It's on FanDuel.
You don't know.
You can find this line on FanDuel. I know
Who gave you this pick?
What do you mean who gave me this pick?
You didn't come up with
yes,
this pick
I did.
on
I
your
was
own.
rolling right through FanDuel. I saw Gardner-Webb not in the 40 spot for a line against Ohio University. And this isn't some Timothy Chalamet bit where he obviously got fed a bunch of lines before he went on game day. This is Ohio University being decent in the FBS MAC conference versus Gardner-Webb being bad in the FCS. Why is Ohio not a 40-point favorite in this? There's no reason. Gardner-Webb has nothing. They literally don't have it. So Ohio University Only 25.5 is just good money. It's just a good, smart play. I'm not going to get all deep about their linebackers or the second, the slot corner, or if their special teams is good. Gardner-Webb stinks. Ohio is good. It's a fine play.
I'm trying to pull up to see how Gardner-Webb has done so far this season.
Doesn't matter. The Gardner-Webb. They are in the basement. Even when they are having a good year in the FCS, they're in the basement of the FCS.
Well, that's actually not true. They beat Western Carolina. They're always a team that's on like the back end of the top 25. They beat Western Carolina in week 1. They got stomped out 59-2. Dude, Gardner-Webb's a borderline rankable FCS team, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, they beat the Citadel by 10.
Don't care.
Oh, man. You might be getting a little too cute with this one.
No, I'm not. I promise you. I promise you I am not. This is...
Buddy went 3-0.
There's a bunch
I'm going to pull the G5 FCS
I will
pick.
pull the G5 FCS pick. I happily will. And you know what? Craig and the whole Southern FCS voting contingency just loves Gardner-Webb because they play down there. I don't know if Craig is a Southern voter or not, but there's a lot of people that every year it comes around. And
he's from Cincinnati. He posts a lot of red stuff.
He might be. I don't know. But there's guys in the FCS that are always pushing Gardner-Webb. Sick of it. They do nothing every year.
I don't care about Gardner-Webb this week. I'm a big Gardner-Webb fan this week.
You put on the Bulldogs hat. I think they're the Bulldogs. Yeah, they are.
You don't.
Of course they're the Bulldogs.
You're a national voter on the FCS poll.
I know they're red, they're black, they're the Bulldogs, and they're bad.
Miami -7.5 versus Florida is my last pick. I think Florida's cooked. I don't think that there is any redeemability at the current moment, sadly, even though another team that I over-invested in the preseason. Biggest issue at the current moment. DJ Lagway throws 5 picks. An improvement for him to be perfect in this game would require one of the most miraculous turnarounds for an offense that we have seen. We are asking for a lot for this young man. And I think he's gifted. But when you're in your head, you're in your head. And when you're in your head going up against one of the top defenses with one of the better secondaries in college football, you're in for a long one. He struggled mightily against Blake Baker and that LSU secondary. And he's going to struggle again. And I hate that for DJ Lagway. But stepping into this Miami setting, I do not think that Miami is going to take them very lightly.
Yeah, it's a fine pick. Florida, I think, is also cooked. God, I hate when you have picks that I like. I hate it. I hate it a lot.
Fuck you. Stop doing this. You did this last week. You do this all the time.
What do you mean? Why am I getting cursed at?
Oh, I hate it when you have picks that I like. No, you're trying to put your bad juice on my picks.
I got great juice.
You're putting no, you don't have great
I'm
juice.
coming off an undefeated week.
You said this on all my picks last week when I went 0-3.
Do I have Notre Dame in here? Should I be getting some grace? Do you want me to get back on that train? I'm waiting for it. You're lucky I saw great picks before I got to Notre Dame.
You're really trying to piss me off. You're really trying to piss me off.
Fuck you, I'm trying to piss you off. I'm trying to give out good fucking winners.
No,
you suck. I can't say I like that Miami is better than Florida and should win by that.
I don't want you to be congratulatory in my picks. I don't want you.
I think they're decent picks. I think they're good.
Let's move on over to the NFL.
Hope you go 3-0 this week. Finally some. All right. I got one more pick here.
Oh, you do? I don't want to hear it.
I'll be brief with this one.
Okay, go ahead.
How about the good? I'll go double Mac picks here.
What is this? What is this bit?
Are you tracking?
Where am I? Am I awake right now?
You are.
Do I need somebody to bonk me on the head right now? Am I alive?
I'll give you a bonk if you want a bonk. You keep on running that mouth during my pick here.
Yeah. Relax.
I don't know if you've been tracking the highest vibes team in the G5 all season. Have you been tracking Bowling Green football?
Are you making this decision off of that damn cat?
I am not making the decision off of the cat alone.
The decision off the cat.
They got Pudge the cat, which good vibe stuff. Big fat cat, cute cat face, all that's good. But that doesn't impact the line.
Surprised one of the linemen hasn't sat on the cat. By the way.
Come on, man. That's not right. That's not right to say about
he's
a cat.
He's like sitting in the back of the lockers, and he's just there. I'm surprised no one has squashed the poor little guy.
Pudge the cat even has one of those fishbowl carrying cases for backpacks. That's very nice. Bowling Green vibes are super high. First-year coach there, Eddie George. Morale is up. They're booming. Did you see the photos of the celebration they had for their mascots, Freddie the Falcon's 75th birthday?
Mm-mm.
It looked like it was taking place at Ole Miss. I couldn't believe how many people showed up. Streamers, banners. Football is alive and well in the MAC in Ohio. I promise you that. Louisville, given 25.5 to Bowling Green? No, thank you. No, thank you, Louisville. You've disappointed me. I have no faith in Louisville. I don't care about Louisville. I don't think they're that good of an ACC team. I think the ACC is weak. I don't think Louisville has anything to play for. I think Louisville is relatively bad. So Bowling Green,
the ACC they have to play for.
They are not in serious
You're picking
contention.
the team that's got to. They got to play for the cat. They got to play for the cat.
FNA right, they're playing for the cat.
They got more on the line than the team who wants to win the ACC this year.
They got a real head coach. They're legit, man. They're legit for the MAC. Bowling Green is a team also that'll ruin a spread for you if you pick that favorite. You see, people have been there. People have been there. Big FBS team.
You're making me hate a cat right now.
Why? I'm not trying to make you hate Pudge the cat.
You're making me
it's
hate
a nice cat. You shouldn't hate the cat because of this pick. Bowling Green's going to cover 25.5.
I hate the cat because of you.
What am I doing about the cat?
I don't know. You're just bothering me with this cat.
I wasn't trying to. I'm just telling you, it's a really good vibes team that's rolling.
Can somebody get? So we're gonna do this whole animal bit. Can somebody get like a raccoon or something cool? Well, just something like a. Can somebody capture a gopher? That'd be sick. Put a gopher on a leash.
Who was the
just pulling the slack on the leash because he doesn't know how to operate on a leash?
Was it Carson Steele? The Gator. The Gator. Yeah.
The Gator.
Why couldn't the Gator come to the game?
I think we know the answer.
We got that. Remember the Oregon fan that had the duck in the game, the goose in the stadium? That's about as close as we get to the wild.
I do remember that. No, it was a duck.
That was a big duck. It would look pretty big.
Hence the Oregon Ducks.
Here's what I can guarantee you: at one point at a football game in Louisiana, there has been a muskrat or a varmint brought in. Not just one of those. A Sela, LSU,
varmint.
Yeah, just a varmint, just a swamp varmint. Looks like a rat. It's not really a rat. It's kind of tan and frizzy hair. You want to hunt them, by the way, in the South. You can get because they're just so invasive. But I guarantee you, in Louisiana, somebody has before just decided I'm gonna bring my little varmint in with me.
I would challenge Idaho to dress up like a big potato, just a big potato, and pretend it's an animate object.
I bet there's been people at Idaho games that have brought a pet potato.
No. I need the athletic department to get behind that.
What do you want? A potato on the sideline?
Yeah,
a big potato mascot.
Yeah,
like the Stanford Cardinal tree.
Let's get him a chair. No, not a big. I'm talking about just like let's get a potato and we could stick in Mr. Potato Head pieces into his face, and we'll get him a big chair. We'll get him like a really big throne.
So regular sized potato, big throne.
Yeah, but we're gonna find the biggest, like a real potato, the biggest one that we can find. Maybe hopefully an abnormally large one. If we could fuse a couple of potatoes together, maybe that would make it. But
you want a potato amalgamation?
Yeah, creating a potato person is easily done. We have the pieces to do it.
So now you're thinking of like a potato man, like a snowman, like the way that you're talking about shaping and crafting this thing.
No, we're taking Mr. Potato Head pieces and we're turning that into.
But you called it a person. Like I don't know. Is it gonna have long pieces?
I want it to be treated like it's an important part of the game day tradition. I'm sick of these basketball hoops and all this other stupid shit.
Yeah, I don't like the basketball hoop either. The Ole Miss basketball, that does nothing for me.
It should be too high to reach. I think that would be a lot better if, like, you can only shoot free throws. There's no dunking.
Yeah, I'd like to see a 3-pointer from inside the hashes after you get your turnover. If you hit the rim, then you get a celebration.
What would be like an extremely inconvenient celebration that would fit in the same line of. Like, what if we had a
hockey shootout? You have one guy in his pads get down in a goal.
My thought was, what if we got a big whiteboard and we just had some like really basic algebra up there on the whiteboard, and if you get a turnover, you get to solve the problem.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that would be received very well.
It's like, they got a turn. Here comes out the whiteboard, and there's just a really long pause because he doesn't know how to solve 7 + x = 21.
You know what? I wouldn't mind. Mind. What's the vault? What's the little the gymnastics vault?
You want somebody to go up there and do
it's like the steeple horse. I think is what it's called.
You want somebody to ride around on that thing?
I wouldn't mind one of those, or just a push off and then jump over. I think that'd be pretty cool. Let the guys get some air. But I think that's just as dangerous as a guy going up and dunking.
What if we got
in football pads? How stupid is that, Lane Kiffin? By the way,
be more creative.
There's no.
What if we got like a small lap pool on the sideline? You get to swim a lap. I think there's something there.
Okay, so are they dried off?
Whoa! Wait, here's another one.
Sure.
What if we did? If you get a turnover, there's like a fondue fountain, on the sideline. So you get to put a piece of something in the fondue fountain, and you get to or what if there's like, oh wait,
you know, that wouldn't be bad because you get somebody going to break and then the hot cheese, hot mouth for the hot rebels.
What if we just had like a prize corner? Like what if it's kind of like Chuck E. Cheese where you get a token and then you get to go over and there's like a whole kiosk with like a prize corner. So if you get two turnovers, you get a big stuffed bear or something.
The college football players don't want that. They want they want a different type of prize corner, like fireball shooter or
smoked by the light. By the way,
if you have a pick six, you get a bottle of freaking Cuervo or something. yeah. That's.
Could you imagine? There's like a VIP section.
Why doesn't Vegas do something like that? Come on.
Kevin pointed out that fans in Montana have hurled potatoes at Idaho numerous occasions. I mean, that's a good bit. Idaho needs to return the favor by throwing a bear onto the field. That's the simple way of getting revenge for that.
I was going to say like teddy bear, and then I knew you were going to say, release a real bear. Yeah, why wouldn't they? I knew as soon as I started that you were talking about a real bear.
All right, we got to get to the NFL. NFL Week 3, back-to-back 2-1 weeks. This man tried to pull a fast one and moved the goalposts after he had a good week. Tried to claim I had a bad week. I went 2-1 back-to-back. Steadiness, dickhead. My record so far after 2-1, and he went perfect. Sean went perfect.
That's right.
4-2. Sean is also 4-2. I'm happy for you. You're actually doing some things.
Go sit on your own thumb. What are you talking about? You're happy for me.
Gladly.
No,
all right, my first. Don't offer it. My first pick for today is Commanders -3.5 against the Raiders. Dude, I don't think this Raiders team is very good. And I know that the Commanders are a little banged up, but trying to figure out, the full health situation I know Jane Daniels. I don't believe that there's been clarity established on if he's going to play or not. They're going to be fine. And I think that this is a get-right opportunity for them to lock in and to attack. I think that this is one of those spots where Genty gets bottled up and they have a real tough time moving the football. I think that this Raiders team slowly starting to turn into one of the more easily defeatable teams in the NFL. They're going to put up a fight. They'll put up a fight, but all I need is a 4-point victory every single time.
It's a little nerve-wracking with a possible Mariota-Geno duel, but at the same time,
we are getting blessed with so many backup quarterback.
Week 3 is
Geno's not a backup quarterback, to be very clear. But
are you sure?
We've got.
Did you see how he played on Monday?
He did not play.
Hey, everybody that put him in your top 10 this offseason, how are you feeling? How are you,
Ryan Roberts?
How are you feeling about Geno Smith and yelling? The Geno Smith supporters yelled at people this offseason because we were saying it's Geno Smith. He's never been a top 15 guy. And
17.
17. Fine. But when you started putting him in the top 10 ahead of CJ Stroud and company, doesn't work for me. Love this pick. And I'm now scornful against Vegas because of the offseason pandering for Geno. Fine pick. You're going to be nervous about the starting QB situation. But Krusky Merritt will be the starting running back in Washington this week, and he has the most juice out of the backfield. My first pick. Against all common sense, better knowledge, and even good faith, I am taking the Atlanta Falcons, giving 5.5 versus the Carolina Panthers. Atlanta, notably, did not score a touchdown until 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter against the Minnesota Vikings. Not encouraging. What is encouraging for Atlanta is they could run the ball. Bijan Robinson looks like one of the top 3 running backs in the NFL, which was expected. The run blocking has been decent, even with McGarry being out. And Michael Penix is still coming into his own, and he's not turning the ball over. That is a massive part for a young quarterback in the league. Yes, he's still young, still unexperienced, going to miss some throws, but his misses aren't going into opposing teams' hands. Thereby preserving more drives, giving Atlanta more points, and keeping more points off the board for the other team. Additionally, Carolina lost Robert Hunt and their center this past week, so they will be depleted. It's going to be Tetaroa McMillan, Derek Brown, and that's it. Maybe Chuba Hubbard. Those are the 3 guys that Carolina has that could do anything in this game.
I am so glad that you're doing this to yourself.
I know.
I can't wait.
I'm walking right into it to
hear something break.
It will.
You're doubling the potential for you being upset this week. You are enough of a Falcons fan, Sean, to understand that this has poop your pants written all over it.
Yep.
After the great game that they just had.
It's supposed to be a beautiful.
Bryce Young coming out party 350 yards.
Don't you dare.
Tet goes for 150. Dude, I'm sorry to put the bad juju on
That's
you,
a
man,
crazy thing to
but
say, but AJ Terrell's having a nagging hamstring injury, so it could be Tetaroa McMillan versus
saying his full name.
well, it was requested by his family not to call him Tets, so I will call him Tetaroa.
Were you threatened by them or something?
No, I was not, but I will respect the wishes.
Okay.
So he could have a big day. I'm still not worried. Carolina looks awful. Bryce Young looks even worse than he did at the start of last year. It's concerning. Carolina fans should be concerned. And Steve Smith wasn't wrong saying the fan base is weak and they don't get out and they don't get loud. They haven't had a reason to. I didn't even know they had 200 wins as a franchise. I thought they were still in like the below triple digits, suck-ass team. But I think Atlanta definitely gets it done. They win by 6. They could beat Carolina by 6.
I am going to go for my look. I don't need to keep poo-pooing on your bet, but
No.
I have a bad feeling about
Understood. There's a rake on the ground. I'm ready to step on it.
My next pick, Packers -7.5 against the Browns. I know that the Browns have shown some defensive prowess, but they got worked by the Ravens, and I think that the Packers are showing that they're in that echelon of teams where their offense is incredibly dominant. I don't think we need to see a 40-point offensive performance from Jordan Love. Oh, Jesus. Jordan Love and his guys. Apparently, the fate does not want me to place this bet.
Devil don't want you there, man.
I was impressed by Thursday Night Football. You've got a little bit of extra time compared to the Browns, who are reeling after their loss to the Ravens. Give me Packers 7.5. I'm all in on this Packers team.
Love this so much. Packers are a wagon. I think also I've been seeing people rank them. It's their number one team so far through the NFL. Not unfair. I think it's just. I think they're absolutely scary. And the Browns suck. The Browns are really bad. My next pick, I'm going with an underdog against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's right. Jacksonville currently on FanDuel favored by what? Favored the Jacksonville Jaguars, everybody. Favored by 1.5 points against the Houston
Is there something we're
Texans.
missing?
Is there something we're missing, Joe? There can't possibly be something that we're missing. I know Houston is 0-2. They had a really awkward, rough 0-2 against good teams. Jacksonville there's no need to run down Jacksonville. I should be promoting while Houston should do it. Houston has CJ Stroud, better than Trevor Lawrence. Nico Collins, better than Brian Thomas Jr. Nico Collins will catch the ball across the middle. Brian Thomas Jr. sold the game last week for Jacksonville. I'm sure he won't do it. I'm sure it's a learning experience. Doesn't want to go across the middle. That's his prerogative. Houston's a better team top to bottom than Jacksonville. Trayvon Walker getting right for the Jaguars doesn't mean dick to me because Houston has Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. doubling the fear of pressure on the quarterback. Houston shouldn't be underdogs.
Yeah, this is shocking to me. Again, it's one of those things where you kind of wonder, what are we missing?
This is not just a Sean pick, but attention to the nation. Get your eyes on this game and get in on it while they're still dogs, because it wouldn't surprise me by Sunday somebody gets their head right and they decide to say, wow, I don't know who set this one. This can't be this can't stay, and I don't believe it will. So Houston getting 1.5 versus the lowly 0-2 Jacksonville Jaguars.
I can't argue with any of that logic. My last pick, I'm going to go Bengals +3 in the backup bowl against the Vikings. I think, and I'm shocked by this, that the Bengals are not favored against Minnesota. Dude, this Minnesota roster's not that good. It's not.
Thought they'd be better. I thought they'd be sharper.
I was listening to the Athletic NFL show, and they were talking about how they have some of the most undrafted free agents that they kept on the roster, and it's because of necessity. They literally didn't have enough depth that they've had to rely on this many UDFAs. Look, I like Brian Flores. I like the overall coaching staff, and I love what this offense has been. I know J.J. McCarthy's not in. Carson Wentz does not really inspire a lot of faith for me that he's going to go out there and light it up. He hasn't been around for that long. He was a late signing. I think that the Bengals, as we already saw with Jake Browning in, far more explosive. The guy's already been around for a long time, and he's got 2 of the best receivers to throw to. Are you kidding me? Easily taking the Browns +3 here.
Jake Browning.
I might even take a money line, by the way.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I would encourage that. Jake Browning, I think, is one of the 5 best backup quarterbacks in their situations. Like, I think, if you drop Jake Browning on the Broncos and said, all right, go win us a game, probably not happening. But he's been in the system. He obviously has some form of chemistry with Chase and Higgins. Yeah, I like this one. It's scary with the backup bowls, but God, yeah, those 2-year games scare me with the quarterback situations. But I think the teams are better. My final pick. Why don't we just kick the hell out of the boys while we can? Cowboys getting 1.5 versus the Chicago Bears. I like it. The Bears have looked bad. The Bears have looked rough. They look disjointed. They look soft even. The Bears look soft. The Chicago Bears, the teeth of the Midwest, the team that inspires toughness and colds, gets rolled over by Detroit after they got rolled over in week 1. This Bears team is bad. The Cowboys, I tell you what, they can release run the ball with Javonte Williams. They can put up some points. Dak looks sharp. I'm liking it. Schottenheimer, I tell you what, post-game speech wasn't terrible. Kind of got the boys rolling. Schloppenheimer is still Schloppenheimer, but better than expected. So I like the Cowboys getting 1.5. They shouldn't be underdogs. They're a better team. Their offense is better. Caleb Williams is far worse than Dak Prescott at this stage of his career. And then you got a big matchup against Dallas. This is big time. Load your britches potential for Caleb.
My only thing, and the reason why I made that noise, why do I feel like with how ass this secondary was against the Giants that this is the get right capture momentum game for the Bears? I'm not trying to.
Because I would still take the Giants over the Bears one-on-one right now.
I disagree with that.
I understand why you would, but
I disagree
right now I would look at that matchup.
I think that the Bears offense, when it clicks, when it eventually clicks, which it will, is a lot better than the Giants offense.
Tell you what, I think all Dallas has to worry about is Rome Odunze. That's it. Colson Loveland has been a ghost in the first 2 weeks.
2 games.
I know it's 2 games, but what are they saving him for? Why would you save him? He's a rookie.
I don't think that they're saving him. I think it's just a feeling out. I will never draft a rookie tight end in fantasy for this reason.
I'll tell that to Tyler Warren, making me look good.
No,
making me look smart.
He's been off to a pretty good start. I have to dish out my FanDuel alt spread of the week. Just going to give out a fun one here. At plus 2,000 odds, you can get Chiefs minus 31.5 against the Giants in Sunday Night Football. For anyone who wanted that, it's available.
God damn it.
No analysis necessary. FanDuel alt spread of the week. If you want to make a lot of money, what would that be if
what
we
do you
put
mean, man?
I'm acting bad.
Oh my God, I wasn't ready for that. Goodness, you're so stupid. I stayed away from that one. I really did, because I would hate to see the Giants getting a sweat show against the Chiefs.
I'm about to publish an article that I wrote that right now the Chiefs are uncharacteristically bad on offense.
Yeah.
Not having Xavier Worthy has been a big issue with it, but they're nowhere near as explosive. They can't run the ball, and all their rushing production is coming from Mahomes. And 3 of their offensive linemen are really struggling, causing the whole O-line to struggle. Jawan Taylor's got 6 penalties on the year.
He's looked rough.
So Matea's allowed 8 hurries. And Josh Simmons, who's been good, has allowed the second most. I think he's allowed 3. So they're all not gelling at the current moment. He also has 2 penalties on the year as well. They're not gelling at the current moment. That's a situation where this game could actually end up being close, where Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Brian Burns have their 3rd straight game where they're just ridiculously problematic. And now you've got Shane Bowen. I'll send you this clip. I did a breakdown of it for A to Z Film Room's social channels. They're out of middle linebackers. They're literally down like 4 middle linebackers. So they took Abdul Carter and they put him at inside linebacker.
Oh, nice.
And I thought, great. Oh, this is stupid. We're screwed. This is really how we're using him. They just set him like a piss missile at the center. And backup center in for the Cowboys. He doesn't know what to do. He just comes. Not. He just slowly creeps up and then bam, and he shimmies him and then clears his hands, and then he's already in Dak's face. It's the funniest.
Get your boys on the phone. I'll help remedy that. We'll give you Troy Anderson from Leak Neighbors right now. We both solve our own issues. I'll get Troy in there. You get an inside linebacker.
All right, let's get to the hack bag. 201-834-4308. Call in. Leave us your voicemails. Do we have any voicemails?
Well, let's get into the hack bag once I find it. Production. Yeah, let's get into it. We'll see if we got some voicemails.
The mail never stops.
This is the hack bag. Hit us on Twitter for questions or call at 201-834-4308.
201-834-4308. Call in. Questions, thoughts, concerns. Dealing with a problem. We're here to help you solve it really poorly. That's what we're here for.
That's right.
We're the worst customer service line that you can have.
Mhm.
So we don't pick up the phone and then we belittle you afterwards.
You will actually hear our advice and say, well, now I know what to do. It's the exact opposite of what they wanted me to do. Right.
Exactly.
So we'll provide you clarity by just talking it out poorly.
Or you can provide us with advice, which I think one listener wants to do.
Yeah, let's hear something here.
Good morning, gentlemen.
There we
Good
go.
evening.
This morning in gorgeous Moscow. I watched some college
Moscow,
football,
Idaho.
the Mighty Vandals. Just checking to see if you guys are ready for your trip coming up. Got a checklist, Joe. You need to start working on those thigh-tickling sideburns, throwing those bad boys out.
Agreed.
Okay.
I like to
The other thing is, Sean, you got to evaluate Joe. What do we need to do to pick up some college co-eds while he's here visiting? Do we need
Please quiet your children,
need to
sir.
walk
He's
him
got
around?
kids?
Does he need an escort? Does he need a puppy? Do I need to get his ass a puppy, or is he cute enough
No,
and
he's
he'll
a
get his own date? Is he willing to talk to chicks? If not, I got my younger son. He hits on any girl that's pretty that walks. He'll be Joe's wingman. So
How old is he?
Nice.
you let me know what I need to do to set you guys up. And side note, Idaho wins this weekend, but Rhode Island, under the pressure of being ranked, chokes. They go down.
Homecoming. Don't do that. Don't
All
do.
right,
Whoa! Bad juice. Bad juice,
yeah,
man.
Bad juice. And
Not rack.
by
It's
the
not
way-
rack. By the way, again, we confirm that this is not rack.
on a college campus in Idaho, Joe only needs two things to get chicks: a leather jacket and a pool table, and then he's got it. Just a little, just a couple,
That's a
just
bad
popping
bit.
shots.
That's a bad
And
joke.
then he turns around, just blue steel in him. That's all he needs out there.
No, no.
Hey, I'm a cowboy.
See, I would
Play the East Coast
Stupid.
Cowboy.
So stupid.
They like it when you go out there
No,
and pretend to be
I'm gonna do
country.
what we did in North Dakota, in South Dakota. How tall do you think my friend is? Unoriginal and stupid, but it didn't work at once. Maybe it will in Idaho. Maybe it will in Idaho. I would question the decision to bring probably your young son into a bar, but I feel like that's probably par for the course in Idaho. By the way, I'm already taking this away from what the question. So that there's this one bar for our listeners in Hoboken that we pass by every single time and we clown on it because there's a million strollers, tiny bar, little bar. There's a million strollers and there's a bunch of dog leashes outside of it. And it looks like the most calamitous, ridiculous spot to go and have a drink because it's a bunch of 30-year-olds who are bringing their kids into the back patio and their dogs into the back patio. And there's always a guitarist playing.
Yeah.
It's the worst place in all of Hoboken. I think I sent this to you. I don't know if they're opening a second location or if they're remodeling the main one. There's a bar being set up in Hoboken that has a playroom in it. And it's the same owners of that bar. Wait, I sent this to you.
Dick Shitass is getting another bar.
Oh, I didn't send it to you.
That can't happen.
that
Playroom
is-
at a bar.
This is
Shut it down. You adults, I know we're technically adults, but we're still really not. You adults out there have lost your mind. You've lost your mind. Go to the bar without your kids or don't go to the bar. That's kind of the trade-off when you have kids is I don't go to the bars as much. I don't pop out on a Thursday night because I have children that need to be fed and put to sleep. And you know what doesn't get those kids to sleep? Stupid acoustic music and bad conversation from other millennials. Like I swear, I don't know. I don't know what goes through your minds that says, I just need to get out of the house. Let me get the stroller.
Yeah.
What?
I can't imagine. This is going to bug me if I can't find this because I was blown away. It looked like a very real concept because there was actual designs for it and everything. There was an actual image that they posted.
Mistake.
God, am I not going to be able to find this?
I mean, bringing dogs to the bar it's really about as bad as you can get just because it's not the place. It's just not the place.
I'm going to be able to find it.
Bringing a kid into a bar, crazy work. It's just crazy. It's just irresponsible. It feels. Am I wrong?
Oh, here it is.
Let me see this place.
I can't even imagine. I kind of want to go there and see the chaos that would ensue.
Is this AI? This can't be.
It's a real thing. The chaos that would ensue because normally I don't know much about having
It's the
kids.
stupidest idea I've ever seen.
I don't know much about having kids, but I can imagine that if you're at a playground and there's a little bit of a tussle between someone's child and yours, and you don't know the parents, it's easy to be cordial. And sometimes maybe there's a little bit of like, hey, get your kid to stop being a dick to my kid kind of thing. This is why I'm going to be a bad parent, because I'm going to say things like that. Like, hey, your kid's an asshole. Quick, get your kid out of here.
Yeah.
After a couple of drinks, you're telling me that some mom coming in over after work isn't going to start pulling hair and throwing fists at that?
How about when the dads get all
bunch of
drunk?
Italians in Hoboken? You tell me that's not going to happen?
Bunch of drunk asshole dads getting in the playpen and going down the slides themselves. They'll destroy that. Why do you think a drunk wouldn't go into the playpen? Why would that never? Does that not click to you that drunk people are going to get in there?
I'm so shocked that this is real. I'm so shocked.
It's falling apart. I swear to God,
stupid.
we're falling apart. I mean, people are just doing. There's bars that on the tweet. There's people that are dying that ain't never died before. There's bars
that have never existed
before.
All right,
get a grip. We got one more voice.
Yeah. 201. A reminder: 201-834-4308. Call in with your question. Thank you for the question, our good friend, not Rack.
Sean, I don't know why you're so surprised when UND just suddenly takes this nosedive. It's been happening ever since they went from the Sioux to the Fighting Hawks. I mean, UND fans don't even like being known as the Fighting Hawks because that bird can't fucking fly. Joe, way to get one up on him. Not going to lie, though, was a hair nervous there for a minute, so I'll give Sean a little bit of credit on the pick. It was closer than I thought it was going to be. The Grizz got a lot to work on.
Agreed.
Thank you, unidentified gentleman that I don't know who it is.
I also, if we're going to play this game, I caught myself. Right in the middle of talking about North Dakota and said, wow, they always do this to me. I always get hyped up about them, and then they cut my knees out from underneath me. So there's no gotcha game, sir. You didn't get me.
Mr. Unidentified Gentleman.
I'm ungettable with this because if I catch myself talking crazy, I'm going to get myself midway through and tank my whole take. I'll do that so I'm not leaving a nasty impression on people thinking that I'm some big dummy that thinks that North Dakota is going to go undefeated for the rest of the season.
Well, it's very interesting analysis by this unidentified gentleman that I can't tell who it is based on how they sound. I have no idea who it is. I don't know who, nor am I fighting back every impulse to shout this person's name very loudly into this microphone and dox him. Oh no, we didn't. We've never been to his house before. That hasn't. We've been in his car, but I will not identify this unidentified gentleman.
I didn't think that was him.
That was
what? Again?
I didn't
know who that was.
You.
No, I didn't know who that
Next
was.
Question.
No,
Next
that's
question.
our questions. Those are our questions. That's our hack back.
That's on you.
201-834-4308. How do you know? I guarantee, I promise you, I never know.
I don't know how you don't recognize voices.
So I'm just listening.
We work in radio.
I know.
And podcasting.
Takes me. I tell you what. That's actually one of the bad things with me. Is like
it's like my best skill that's useful for what we do.
It's like identifying who is who just on the sound. Tough for me. Tough.
It's become shockingly useful in situations where you'll hear a player talking, you'll hear a coach talking, you'll hear someone, a media member talking. I don't know what it is.
It's like a nightmare for me.
This is what, and I like to believe that I'm a smart person, but my dumbass is awful at remembering things that are important for sports.
Yeah.
I'll do shows with people. Blake's a good example of someone who will remember specific plays. I can't fucking remember plays. I can barely remember some of the most iconic plays that I've watched. But what I can remember is the kick six call. I can remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that so easily. If you started playing the first sentence of it, I'd be like, that's the kick six. I don't know what it is. And I guess I need to learn how to more auditorially consume information. I don't know. It's
better than me, who just keeps on going in blind. Like it's
auditorially is not a word. Audioly would have been. Is audioly also a word?
Audioly. You know what?
Through audio?
To learn, you're a visual learner, a tangible. That I don't even know the third one. You're an audio learner.
Wait,
visual learner, and is it learned by touch? What's the third one? It can't be tangible.
Visual, auditory. Oh, so we combined oral and auditory to create auditorially. Reading and writing, and then okay, shut the fuck up. At Joe DeLeone and Anderson Radio, Hack City Pod, 201 834-4308. Call in if you want to give us a question, thoughts, questions, concerns. If you just want to fart into the phone, more than welcome to do that.
We'll
as
play
well.
that.
Yeah.
I swear
If
to God,
someone
we'll
rips
play
off
that.
a good one. Oh God, please somebody.
You put
fart.
a good one into that phone. We'll play. I swear to God. Swear to God, it'll be the first voicemail.
I'll
played.
remember that auditorially. I'll easily remember that one. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your week.